Remember when that meme was floating around that witnesses of the failed rocket launches were disappearing at the Bermuda Triangle, and everyone thought it was funny, even though it's sad that people actually did go missing, and some of them may or may not have lined up with rocket launches, but the meme got a lot of people thinking, because they do go out over the ocean, of course, that this may be possible. And in recent times, scuba divers have found wreckage at the bottom of, guess where? The Bermuda Triangle, or at least near the Bermuda Triangle. Not sketchy at all, but it gets worse because I came across a photo of a Falcon 9 that had washed up on the shoreline of a beach, and I just left that picture in one of my presentations, never really did anything with it, just wondered what the story was behind it, and so I finally had a chance to do some digging, and wow, turns out that this chunk of a Falcon 9 rocket was one that allegedly came from an explosion after takeoff and made its way all the way to the Isles of Scilly in Britain. And this is quite the journey. If you look at it on Google Maps, it would launch from Florida and it exploded right after takeoff, less than 2 minutes, I think, after takeoff. And so that heavy chunk of metal would have floated better than most boats all the way over here in just several months. And that is their narrative. When you look at the article, it tells you just that. They found this thing covered with barnacles, and it says that the UK Coast Guard and local boatmen recovered a piece of metal from the sea off the Isles of Scilly in Britain. The debris is likely from the US rocket Spacex Falcon 9, which blew up after takeoff in June. And so this was posted, like I said, in November. So let's go back to June 2015 and see what happened to that rocket. Here it is about to take off at 11 seconds. You can see it taking off. We're going to skip forward. Doesn't last very long in flight before it blows up. Right about 2.5 minutes into this launch. Right here, I'm going to let it play out. Look at the debris. See if you see any debris that looks like that. And 3, 2, 1. Explosion. Kaboom. Little bitty tiny pieces. Could just be an illusion. They may just look like confetti because of how far away they are. But I just saw tiny little pieces blown to smithereens. And somehow that journey took that shrapnel really, really far across the entire Atlantic. That is crazy. That thing would have been a hazard all the way there if metal could indeed float in the first place. They say this rocket weighs over 1,000,000 pounds. The Falcon 9, this metal floating. I don't think so. I believe it was a failed rocket launch, just like they all are. They always have to go back down. They aren't going anywhere. Straight up, as high as they can go, then they start going back down. Time and time again, you can see that same exact flight path. Never do planes do that usually. You can see their flight paths totally different. They go up and they level off. Rockets, that's not the case. And so SpaceX here, I just wanted to share with you what I believe to be proof of their fraud, that they aren't going where they say they are going and docking with the ISS at 17,500 miles per hour. These things are going out to the ocean. That's why they openly tell you that Point Nemo is a spacecraft graveyard. Remote location, hide the evidence. That's a good way to get rid of stuff. And so I just wanted to share this with you guys. I thought it was fascinating. I hope you do too, because their lies are going to continue to ramp up in these last days as they work to pull off deceptions that are biblical. It's going to go beyond just getting us to believe that we live on a pressurized ball in an ever-expanding universe due to some big bang. It's going to bank on people believing in that, but those lies are going to go far beyond that. And so continue to seek truth. Look for the evidence that our Creator has been telling us the truth all the time. There is a firmament above us. We have footage of it. We are blessed to have that footage, and share the proofs that we have on these platforms while we can. So that's it. We will see you next time.